One way that we can round is to use a number line. Let's take a look at the number 23. We know that we are rounding to the nearest 10, so we need to look at the digit in the tens place. We've already decided that 2 is our digit in the tens place. The value of that 2 is 2 tens, or 20. And since we're rounding to the nearest 10, we need to think, what is 10 more than 20? That's 30. This is our first and last number on our number line. My number line starts at the number 20 and ends at the number 30. In between, we fill in the ones: 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. The first thing we need to do is we need to take a look at 23 and put a dot on the number line where 23 goes. I'm going to make a red dot nice and big where 23 is. Here is the number 23. I'm going to put a big dot right here on my number line. That's where the number 23 belongs. Whenever I look at the number 23, I now need to see, is it closer to 30 or 20? Let's take a look. Here is 20, and here's 30. What does it look closer to, 20 or 30? If you said it's closer to 20, you are correct. So 23 rounds to 20. That is our answer. Another way that we can look at this is we can take a look at a rounding chart. Any number that ends in 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 stays down. Any number ending in 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 goes up. So 23 ends in a number 3. If I see a number 3, I know it rounds down to 20 and not up to 30. Let's try another one. This one's a little bit trickier, and let me show you why. Once again, with the number 35, rounding to the nearest 10, we need to look at the digit in the tens place. That's the number 3. My 3 is worth 30 because 3 tens is worth 30. 10 more than 30 is 40. This is my first and last number on the number line. Whenever I fill out my number line 30 and 40, I know that all of these numbers in between are counting by ones. I don't need to write them. That's why they're in gray here, showing that they don't need to be written, but if you need to write them, you always can. First, we need to place our number on the number line. So here is 35. I'm going to put a dot right where my 35 is. If I look and I draw my lines, I'm going to ask myself, is 35 closer to 30 or 40? Well, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. Uh-oh, 35 is directly in the center. It's not closer to 30 or 40. Let's think back to that story that we heard at the beginning of our class. Remember the one where you were outside and you were on a walk, and which house were you closer to? Well, let's think of that story again, but this time you're riding your bike. It starts to rain really, really strong. You are at house number 35. Your friend's house is house 30. Your house is house 40. You're right in the middle. If you're riding your bike and it starts to rain, it's going to be a lot faster to just go home to house number 40 than it would be to turn the bike around and go all the way backwards. It makes sense to just go home. So any number ending in the number 5 always goes up to the higher number. So use that to help you. Another good way that I like to think of it is think about holding a balloon. If you let go of a balloon with 5 fingers, where does the balloon fly? It flies up. So any number that's ending in 5 rounds up to the next 10. So 35 rounds to 40. 5 is a tricky one. Next, we're going to look at one more. Sometimes you may be asked to round a number to the nearest 10, but it only has one digit, like this one, the number 7. The number 7 doesn't have a digit in the tens place. As you can see, I added a little invisible 0. Remember, you can put a digit in the tens place by just adding a 0. I'm going to underline my digit in the tens place, which in this case is 0. The 0 value is 0, and 10 more than that is 10. This is my first and last number on the number line, 0 and 10. All of my numbers in between are counting by ones. If I place 7 on my number line, I need you to tell me, is it closer to 10 or is it closer to 0? If you said that 7 is closer to 10, you are correct. 7 rounded to the nearest 10 is 10. Great job, friends. Now it's your turn to try some. Good luck.